Okay, well, here I am again, trying to help you guys be successful. So we'll do that by working through some problems with you. The way that we undo addition is by subtraction. So that gives us 2v equals -4. The way that we undo multiplication is by division. And so -4 divided by 2 is -2. The way that we undo addition is by subtraction. So that gives us 4b equals -12. The way that we undo multiplication is by division. So that gives us that b is -3. The way that we undo subtraction is by addition. So we add 2 to both sides. That gives us 5k equals 19. We're going to divide both sides by 5. And since we weren't given a decimal and we weren't given a fraction to start with, I'm just going to leave it as 19/5 because that's the simpler way to write that. Over here, we're going to undo a subtraction by addition. So that gives us -6t equals 24. We're going to undo multiplication by division. And so then t equals -4. We're going to undo undo addition with subtraction. So we've got -16.2 plus 1.6. That gives us -14.6. So 8n equals -14.6. To undo the multiplication, we divide. So divide that by 8, and I get -1.825. The next one we're going to subtract by 2, subtract 2.3 from both sides. So it's -5g equals -1.8, 18.8, and -2.3 gives me -21.1. Divide both sides by 5. -5, sorry. And that gives us 4.22. So in the next one, we're going to subtract 8 from both sides to undo the addition. That gives us 2t equals -18. Divide both sides by 2. That gives us -9. Over here, we're going to subtract 9 from both sides. That gives us -4p equals -14. Divide both sides by -4. And again, this is one of those moments where, since I wasn't given decimals or fractions, but I know that dividing by 4 gives me dividing by 5 gives me nice numbers too, but I'm just going to go ahead and write it as a decimal because it's pretty clean, 3.5. We're going to subtract 10 from both sides for the next one. So that's -5x, and then over here we have 5, so we divide both sides by -5, and x equals -1. Over here, we're going to subtract 10.35 from both sides. That's going to give us 2.3h equals -19.55. I'm really hoping that's a nice number when I divide it by 2.3. That's my hope. 19.55 divided by 2.3. Yeah, it's not bad. That's h equals -8.5. Whew. I thought that was going to look a whole lot worse. All right, next group. We're going to subtract 6.4 from both sides. So that's -4.8f, -14.88. We divide by -4.8. So -14.88 divided by -4.8, that gives us 3.1. Here we're going to add to undo the subtraction. 5.8 here plus 5.18, and that's 7.3y. That's a -51.9 plus 5.18. That gives me -46.72. there's hope for this, I guess. Divide by 7.3, divide by 7.3, and y is negative 6.4. All right. The way that we undo subtraction is by addition, so we're going to add 1/3 to both sides. That gives us 3/5 g equals, now this is where I'm going to stop. 10 minus 1 is 9. So this right here, this sum would be negative 9 over 3, which is actually just negative 3. So let's write down negative 3. We undo a fraction by multiplying by its reciprocal. So we multiply by 5 over 3. That's going to be g is negative 5. All right, moving along, we're going to add 5/6 to both sides. I'm going to do some side work over yonder. 1/2, negative 1/2 plus 5/6. I'm just doing this quickly at lunch, so I'm going to just do this my fast way. That's going to be 4 over 12, which is 1/3. All right, so we've got a over 4 equals 1 over 3. And we're going to multiply both sides by 4 to undo the division. So that gives us that a is 4 over 3. This next one, there's several ways to tackle it. The easiest way is to realize that that negative 1/3 is multiplying. And the way that we undo multiplying by a fraction is to multiply by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3 over 1. And what that's going to do for me is it's going to get rid of the coefficient out in front here, and we'll have 4 plus z equals, that's a 1, that's a 2, negative 5/2. And now we can subtract 4 from both sides, but subtracting 4 is the same as subtracting 8 over 2. Common denominator, folks. And that's negative 13 over 2. Let's try it again. Maybe not. We're going to subtract 2 here. So if I subtract 2 here, that's the same as subtracting 4 over 2 on the other side. So I have negative b over 3 equals negative 9 over 2. And the way we undo division is by multiplication. Remember, we're going to multiply by a negative 3. And that'll give us b equals 27 over 2. Number 17, again, we've got this little multiplication trick going on here. So I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of 2/3. All right, so inside parentheses, that comes out. We've got x plus 3/2. Over here, we've got, 3/5. Then we've got negative 3/4. We're going to subtract 3/5 from both sides. I'm going to do some side work over here because twofold. I can't fit my answer in there, but also I'm not going to bother adding them that way. Negative 3/4 plus negative 3/5. Hold on one moment here. Ooh, can I pause this? Well, there's just going to be a little gap in my video. It's all right. Okay, so where was I? Let's see. We're getting a common denominator of 20, multiplying here negative 15 plus negative 12, and so that's going to give us negative 27 over 20, and that's what x equals. Over here, we subtract 4/5 from both sides. So again, 7/8 plus -4/5. Easiest way to do this is there's a denominator of 40. 5 times 7 is 35. 8 times -4 is -32. So that gives us 3/40. -9/4 v equals 3/40. We're going to multiply both sides by -4/9. That's going to give us a little crossing out action here to give us that v is -1/30. Next, add the like terms. 3 plus -9 is -6. So we have -6v equals 30. We divide both sides by -6, and v equals -5. Right here, we add these two together. That gives us 4t, which equals -52. We divide both sides by 4, and t is -13. Down here, we have -8 plus -5. That makes -13. Plus +7, that makes a 6, so -6. So -6d equals 72. We divide both sides by -6, and that gives us that d is -12. Over here, we have -3.8 plus 2.7. That gives us -1.1. G plus 5 equals 12.7. We're then going to subtract 5 from both sides. That's going to give us 1.1g equals 7.7. And when you divide -1.1 from both sides, g is -7. Starting at 1 p.m., the temperature changes -4 degrees per hour. So we go -4 times x. Write and solve an equation to determine how long it will take the temperature to reach -1. Oh, I'm missing an actual temperature. That's interesting. Let me go back and see what happened there. Big ideas. Which one is it? Nope, it's not that one. It's not that. Nope, it's not that one. It's this one. Oh, yeah, I should have had an original temperature of 35 degrees. I forgot that. That's my fault. Original temp is 35 degrees Fahrenheit. So -4x plus 35 degrees where we start, we're going to go down to -1. So we subtract 35 from both sides. That's -4x equals -36. We divide both sides by -4. And x equals 9. It's going to take 9 hours. Next, you have $9.25 to spend on bowling. That's how much money you have. Shoe rental is $250. You only do that once, whereas it's $225 per game. So we want to know how many games can you play. So we're going to subtract 2.5 from both sides. $9.25 minus 2.5. That gives us 6.75. And then that's 2.25x. We divide 6.75 by 2.25. That gives us 3. So you can bowl 3 games. Next, we have perimeter of a triangle is 20.6. So 20.6 is our perimeter. We're adding up sides of 6.3 and 8.4 and then some unknown value. So we're going to add 6.3 and 8.4. 6.3 plus 8.4 gives us 14.7. Then we're going to subtract 14.7 from both sides. So 20.6 minus 14.7 gives me 5.9. So that missing side is 5.9 centimeters. it costs $23.50 to enter an amusement park, and 25 cents per ride. You have $24. Okay, so you're going 23.50. That's how much it costs to enter. It's 25 cents per ride. That's R. You have $24. And so we're going to subtract $23.50 from both sides. This problem should have been harder in my opinion, but oh well, it gets the mechanics down. $24 minus $23 is 50 cents. So hopefully you know that it takes 2 quarters to make 50 cents. So that means that you're going to get 2 rides in. Okay, last 2 problems. You install 450 feet of fencing along a rectangular yard. We know that the width is 132, and we know that we're doubling the width. We saw that today, plus double the length. There we go. So 580 equals 2 times 132 gives us 264, plus twice the length. We're going to subtract 264 from both sides. And so that's twice the length. 580 minus 264 gives us 316. We divide both sides by 2, and, or sorry, 316. I wrote down 318. That's my fault. 316. So 316 divided by 2 gives me 158. Gonna now have a whole bunch of students coming back into the room because lunch is over, but there's 158. And then the price of a pair of headphones is 3/4 the price at Walmart. The Best Buy price is $82.95 or $89.25. Wow, I can't read. So we want to find out how much we're saving by buying the headphones at Best Buy. The actual equation that they want you to set up here is actually kind of interesting. So I'm going to rewrite this to get the equation. What they want you to do what it would be is it'd be $89.25 is going to be equal to 3/4 the price times 3/4 of the Walmart price plus. I'm trying to figure out how to make this into one equation. And with my students coming into the class, that makes it difficult. It's not their fault. Oh, I know what it is. We're going to just solve it this way. So we're going to go. Brady, could you please be a little quieter? Because if you can't tell, I'm trying to get some work done here. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal here. This is not the way I wanted to do it, but this is the way I'm going to have to do it because, like I said, I've got people coming in. You need to hold on for a moment, sir. And so now we're going to find out the savings. So that's 119 minus 89.25. And so then we go 119 minus 89.25. And that gives us $29.75. Looking back on this, what I should have done was I should have said Walmart price. Nope, I still don't know exactly how I should have done this. So I'll deal with that later. If I come up with it, I'll share it with you guys in class. Like I said, I'm trying to do this while students are coming into the classroom, so it's easier to do it this way because I think what I could have done, we could have done 89.25 plus 1/4 of the Walmart price equals the Walmart price. We could have done that, but I don't like that because that's kind of awkward. I could have gone Walmart price minus 1/4 of Walmart price. You know, that's more work than I need to do too. So I'll have to think about the best way to actually create that equation, and I don't have it right now. So hopefully this video helps you. Take care. Bye. All right.